Welcome, everyone. Tico Casamayor here, the Strive 305 podcast. I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Irvans, Agustin.
How we doing, folks?
And a wonderful guest, Darius Ricks from Radius Consulting. You're going to hear a lot from him in a minute, but before we do, let's do our quick thank yous. Thank you to Mayor Levine Cava for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for Manny Sid for letting it be us.
That's right.
He can pick whoever he wants, right? He picks us. Thank you, SiriusXM, for having us on their channel, Slam 145.
Slam 145.
Slam 145. So we get
national, Darius.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So thank you to that. And then thank you to, of course, he calls me his sidekick, which I don't know if to take as a compliment or as an insult, but Grant Miller.
Grant?
Yes, Tico the sidekick. He says I'm also Danny DeVito, and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. We were twins.
Oh.
He's killing me, but whatever. I love him. I love him like actually a brother. And his brother, Michael Miller, I love him more because he only makes...
That's probably more about the twins because they're the same height difference. They're probably more like the...
Very true. So thank you to them and Community News for hosting us here. And Darius.
Yes, sir.
Radius.
Yes, sir.
Consulting.
Yes.
You're gonna be able to use me as one of your clients. I'm a small business owner. I have struggles. I have stress, and that's what all our viewers are: small business owners, and that's who we want to help. We also have the kids, a lot of kids in Slam 145 that are about to graduate, that are going to want to start their own business or go work for business, need to know what to do. So they're looking at you today to help them and guide them, along with, of course, Irvans and his spectacular podcasting skills and interviewing skills.
Okay,
all right, so go. I have my banana in hand. I'm going to eat my banana, get potassium while you guys do the conversation. But before we do this, before the show, as you saw, I got hit with an injection of something called NAD. That's all I know.
Did you do it yourself?
No, we had a beautiful young lady by the name of Terry. Terry, please come over here. She's from Livestream Wellness. She's a nurse.
At least you got a professional to do it this time.
Yes, and it's really cool because she actually, first tell us what you do.
Hi, how are you?
Here, take my mic. Tell us what you do, and then I'll explain
I'm from Livestream Wellness, and we provide concierge services. We go to you. We're a mobile service, so we go and we give shots, vitamin shots, peptides, IV therapy, and we also do weight loss there.
And that's Livestream with a Y.
Yes.
And NADs.
LEY. So I just gave him before an NAD shot, which is going to give him a lot of energy. He's going to be...
I saw it work. His face got red and...
he got flushing. The first 15 minutes, that's what happens.
That's what happens when you drink wine, too. It's a beautiful
But
thing.
it's going to give him a lot of energy for today and talk to you. And he'll be good, clear, because it helps with mental focus. So it's an anti-inflammatory. It's a detox as well. It also helps people with pain, with arthritis and stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. I'll have to do one next time you come. Next time you come,
and anti-aging. You're going to see him start getting youth and more, you
should take two shots next time.
No, I'm surprised Grant's not running in here to get his shot.
I don't know if
you
they
should
can
get
help
it next time.
Well, the beautiful thing about her, and that's why I brought her here and for her to be on the show, small business owners, she is mobile. She comes to you. She'll come. She can do your staff. She can do your office. B12 shots are great when you're feeling a little low. You're going to boost your immune. And the same with when you're feeling sick.
You do
or when
events
you're going on a trip.
I do events as well.
Events? Yes. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's true.
That's cool.
So it's a mobile service. You are a registered nurse?
Yes, for 19 years already.
For 19 years, so you're not getting it from Irvans and myself.
Yeah, you don't want it from
even Darius, I don't think he's ever injected
and it's a
when you make ours in a bathtub, you don't want that.
Compound pharmacy?
We use a compound pharmacy here in Miami. So it's all great, legal, everything's fine. We have medical directors on staff.
All right, very nice.
Very cool.
So
and how do people find you?
They find me on Instagram, Facebook, Livestream Wellness. I have website ivtherapymiami.com.
ivtherapymiami.com.
Yes, that's the website.
Very cool.
And they could call me 786-282-1830.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Thanks so much.
Love it. I don't know. It's been about 20, 30 minutes since I took the shot and I haven't passed out. I thought maybe I'd pass out. Or...
No, but you feel good, right?
I feel good. I feel younger.
And you know it's working.
You see? Younger.
And he didn't drink any of his coffee this morning.
Exactly. I told him he won't need a coffee.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking my coffee. That's
He's not
going
to need the coffee.
But I am craving the banana. I'm going to eat the banana.
Have the banana.
Yeah,
it's good to have sugar and stuff.
Very nice.
NAD.
Thanks for sponsoring.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks for sponsoring today.
Okay, Darius, Irvans, please. I want to learn exactly what he does. I want to know how I could use him.
The guy just wants to eat his bananas.
No, and I want to see. I really want to learn because I am. We'll talk. Maybe if I feel like mentioning, I'll mention a couple things. of what I'm struggling with my own business, but and I'll let you consult me. But let Irvans do the interview.
Curious, like Darius, like how did you, as a small business owner, like why did you even decide to start your own small business?
So it's really in my blood, being an entrepreneur. So my grandmother on my mom's side, she came here from Haiti. She had the entrepreneurial spirit. She speaks 3-4 different languages. She had 3 or 4 jobs when she first got here, from cleaning woman to daycare owner to assistant at a restaurant. My dad's mother, she ran a restaurant of her own for about 10 to 15 years before she sold it herself. So it's always been in my blood, and I've always had that itch to try new things. I started off selling candy probably in the 5th grade, and those things kind of morphed as I got older, from selling candies to selling sneakers to selling stocks when I got into college. So just did a little bit of everything. I like the challenge and the freedom of doing my own thing and working for myself.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You still sell sneakers?
From time to time.
Ooh.
The market has changed, so it's a lot harder to get the good margins, fight off bots, fight off people. I no longer wait in line just because I have a lot of things going on. I have a wife, kids, and 4 to 5 LLCs, so I don't have time to follow sneaker culture as tightly as I used to, but whenever I get the opportunity and whenever I can find something good, I always get it.
Tico's your man.
Think of me. Yes, I'm a lover.
He has a great collection.
Yeah, but we even had a store that opened up in Miami-Dade. I ribbon cut them, and it was very exciting. Nice. I would go once a week, and he'd get me a pair. But he told me the same thing, how it's very difficult now. Nike won't sell direct to stores anymore. They only sell online. So you have to get the special stuff in creative ways, and then the money is minimal. So his products, he was trying to sell more of the clothing and stuff, and the shoes are just a way to get people in.
So just go ahead and do like a lot of other people do. Just blame millennials for that problem. Yeah. I definitely watch what I would call the peak of sneaker culture. Mm-hmm. Like just me growing up, I was born in 92, so coming up, like I know there were sneakerheads before me, but by the time I got to high school, I graduated 2010. From 2010 to 2015, with the rise of Instagram and Twitter and everything else, it just went insane. And I watched it kind of hit the top and then go to
the sneaker conferences at the arena.
Yeah,
like
crazy, insane. So
thousands of people.
I watched it morph, and I knew there was a certain time. Once the bots got involved, it was time for me to step out and retire and kind of change directions a little bit.
So what direction did you go in?
So from there, I kind of started focusing more on just being a professional. So I went to school at FAMU. Like I said, I was born and raised in Miami. Went to FAMU. From FAMU, I went to JP Morgan, where I worked in investments and worked with insurance companies as well, doing sales. So I did that for 5 years. And from that point, after those 5 years, I realized big corporate America and big banking wasn't for me. So I decided to leave there and actually started working at a startup consulting firm. Mm-hmm. And in that transition, that's when I actually got back to my roots of entrepreneurship. We worked remote. That's part of the reason why I went to the company. And that allowed me the freedom that I was looking for. And I found my love and passion, which is project management, which kind of leads into consulting. Yeah. And in that time, I realized I have this day job, but I'm so good at it, I can get 40 hours of work done in 10 hours. So I was like, what else can I do? So I started, that's when I started building some of my first businesses, and I started doing more financial investing, and one thing led to another. After 5 years at that firm, I realized I hit my ceiling there in regards to growing as an individual. Mm-hmm. And this past last November, I made the decision to leave and go fully independent as an entrepreneur.
Nice.
Congrats on that. Yeah, and because that's also, I mean, it's in your blood, so you kind of also used to it, but for many people, it's uncomfortable. Right. But sometimes, like it sounds like you're comfortable with being uncomfortable and stepping into new things and exploring and doing that. So I commend you for that. Correct me if I'm wrong, I heard you say you own a few companies, but you also consult and help manage others?
That is correct.
How do you manage, first of all, like juggling your time? Uh-huh. I'd be curious. So it sounds like a lot. And you mentioned you have kids.
It is a lot, but it's something that you kind of learn as you go. And as you take on new things, you grow that capacity. It's not one set skill set to where, okay, this is all I can do and this is all I'll be able to do. At least for me, I learned it's definitely a right way and a wrong way to do it. But if you pace yourself and you do it properly, you can take on new things. Okay, you get overwhelmed, you drink through the fire hose, as people like to say. And after a while, things start to subside and they settle. It's like, oh, I can do this. Instead of having to overthink and over-prepare, things are coming more naturally. Things are starting to get more stable. Okay, now I realize how the business works. I can hire a team, or I can bring on partners.
And that's what I was curious about. Like for a person who juggles several businesses, also helps manage others. Like when you're consulting a small business, like if you were to tell them 3 things, all small businesses, especially here in Miami, there's so many, like I think it's like 60 or 70% of them have 5 employees or less.
Right.
So there's small to micro businesses. People wear many hats. How do you, like, what are top 3 things you tell them to start being able to juggle everything that's involved in running a business?
So I would love to say that there are 3 things I can tell generally to everyone, but that's not true. I'm not here to lie. So my biggest thing, and the way I start my potential partnerships or any of my partnerships, I start with a consultation. My biggest thing, I provide free consultations for any potential clients or existing clients that just need a recalibration, just so we can understand what your problems are. It's understanding what you're having an issue with and understanding where you are, then we can move forward. But just to generalize it, I think 3 things that business owners could always at least be aware of, or I see them struggling with, is being comfortable with the uncomfortable. They need to understand what you know isn't everything. Just look out there, look for more information. The second thing I would definitely say is understand when to ask for help, and it's not a sign of weakness if you ask for help.
Yeah.
Getting help is just fine.
Yeah.
If you don't get help, nobody's ever done it alone. So you need to understand that. Yeah. I guess the third thing is just really understanding who you are. The better you understand yourself, the better you're equipped to run your business and grow it and get it to the potential heights that you want to reach.
And even for the part that you're from where you started, like understanding their problems, I think that for everybody and anybody, like, and Tico and I have talked about this before, is like you have to really take a deep dive and understand your business, the entire business. Right. And that's how you can understand what problems you have or you don't have, and understand, like, you have to really take a step back and look at your entire process of your business holistically and what it takes to actually do what you need to do. And
I'll say this, one thing that I'm willing and able to do, if you feel overwhelmed doing that, I can assist you in the deep dive of understanding.
That's the part of the execution specialist in your name, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying this active rebrand of an execution specialist for 2 reasons. One, when you try to explain what a project manager is to people, it kind of just over their head.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
It's so broad and so general, it's hard for people to conceptualize. But what people don't understand is, and the way I look at it, everything is a project.
Everything's a project. Yeah.
Everything is a project. Whether it's enrolling your child into school, wanting to buy a new car, seeing if you want to buy or can afford a new house. All those things are just different projects. You're just looking at it from a different lens.
Right. And they can all be broken down into steps, and they can all be organized in different processes.
Exactly. So, but the second thing why I decided to go with execution specialists, like, yes, as a consulting firm, I provide AI integration, staffing services, and overall project management. But what I think separates me from a lot of my competitors is it's not all coming from me. It's about building and providing you whatever resources you need for success. So if what you're looking for is outside of my immediate wheelhouse of those 3 things, I can just tap into someone in my network and provide you with those resources, whether it be a financial analysis and a deep dive, whether it be legal support, or let's say just like our previous guest, Lexi, who's looking to.
So you're not coming in trying to be like the magic bullet to fix everything. No. You're more like
I'm a conduit to success.
Facilitator, yeah.
That's it. Okay. I'm just trying to get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible. If I'm just a middleman and I'm helping connect you to the person that ultimately gets the job done, I'm fine by that. That's all I'm here for. Specifically, I work with small businesses because I know there are a lot of small business owners that get overwhelmed, and I know there's a lot of small business owners in Miami. I'm trying to do my best to also give back to my community. Yeah. So if I can get to you before you get overwhelmed and quit and go back to that day job, I've done a great service, because I can help you and I can help our community by you striving and doing well.
You're like a fixer.
Yes, I'm the fixer.
He's the fixer.
Yeah, I forget what show I used to watch. The guy was a couple fixer, Hollywood fixer.
Yeah, there's a few, but again, like I think as small businesses, that's what we do as small business. You problem solve, right? But sometimes your business is a thing that needs the fixing. So having somebody come in and look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, or helping to outline, and I think it was important what you said there. Sometimes you don't realize that you can get help, and a lot of times we just try to do it all ourselves, and you don't have to. And it also may not cost you as much as you think. One, and two, sometimes not getting the help is going to cost you way more than you realize. And I learned that the hard way many times, where you try to do it yourself, you try to fix it yourself, or you do it all, and in the end, either you're not able to focus on the thing that you're good at, whether it be sales or whether it be development or whatever.
Yeah, building your widget.
Because you're doing too many other things, then you can't focus on the one thing that actually even got you to start this business that will actually succeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't necessarily have to come in when things are going bad. You can come in when things are going fine and just improve on whatever's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because that's something people don't do. They think, oh, everything, I'm making money, I'm happy, or I'm just above breaking even, But bringing in someone from the outside with the knowledge and resources to improve everything you're doing as you're doing it is always a smart thing to do. And that's where you would come in.
Absolutely.
See, that's what people like me don't do, because I can do it all. I can manage everything. Like with the IT situation, right? Oh, I can negotiate my IT, I can negotiate my phone, I can negotiate even the property taxes.
And then when you finally broke down,
can be negotiated down because you might be paying too much.
Yeah, but then when you finally broke down and got help, they saved you half. They saved you half the money.
That he has the resources to bring me those to me instead of me trying to figure out how to find it, because I'm not going to find it for every thing that's going on in my business. I'll go nuts, especially if I'm in the business doing printing. I do printing, so I have to be an expert for my clients for my printing. If I'm over here negotiating, which is what I'm about to do, I can show you my calendar. It says here, call AT&T, call Comcast, and negotiate, see who's better, and make that switch, because I'm paying too much. They like to jack it up every year. Right. So I'm paying too much on that. So I have that as a negotiating thing. But that's like an hour or two on the phone, getting to the person to be able to negotiate it, to decide which is the best option. And that's just that. Then there's financial side. Then there's my taxes. Then am I paying too much on taxes? What can I do? What can I manipulate here? What can I manipulate over there? All those type of things. If I'm focused on those, I probably do a great job on it. But then who's going to take care of the clients? Who's going to take care of the job?
And you saying all that, I would like to say you are the business that I have in mind, or that I had in mind when I started this. People, unfortunately, get stuck working in their business instead of working on their business.
Yeah, but it's a constant fight that I have.
Right.
And I just went through it, where I lost my general manager to a bigger job that I actually helped her get. So bigger job, and I decided I'm going to do this on my own, because I know how. I don't need to bring in a new staff. Yeah. And I did it for 3 months, and I almost went insane. And you know what happened? I stopped being able to go out in events and help people like I like to do. I stopped being able to go promote, sell. I almost had to quit this because I was losing my mind.
And that's what people fail to understand sometimes. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And just you mentioned it right there, the underlying thing. It cost you not being able to do the things that really fulfilled you and you enjoyed. You couldn't go out to the community as much. You couldn't help as many people. People always think about cost as dollars and cents, but not really the things in the big picture that fill them up. I'm trying to give them not just more money in their pocket, but peace of mind and ease. Like, I want to give you more time with your wife, with your kids, with your grandmother, or just time to actually relax and breathe.
And time, in the end, is money.
Yes. I can give you 3 beautiful examples of what you're talking about, which is funny, because one of them was my best friend. You mentioned you're from Haiti. My best friend also from Haiti. This idiot across from me also from Haiti. But Pat, you met Patrick. Yeah. So he gave me a speech 3 days ago, we finally got together. He said he needed to do it in person. He gave me a speech, and he personally showed me his books, because he didn't, wanted to prove to me he gave up half of his income, which is huge. But he tells me, look at this. I haven't answered a phone call I haven't done anything other than what I like to do, sales, working, networking, from since I did this. But he had to give up that money to put other people in place to do that work. But he says with this, it's more than enough money. It's not about, it's everybody's about how much can I make. But making that adjustment, it changed his life. Right. That's number one. Now, here are the other two examples, me personally. Remember I told you the general manager left and I decided I'm jumping in, I'm doing it myself. I'm not bringing in new staff. My bookkeeper comes to me the first month. Oh my God, we've made the most we've made in all months this year because I was doing it all. We saved that salary. She comes to me next month. Oh my God, our sales have disappeared. We have nothing. What's going on? I'm going, I gave it another month. Oh my God, what's going on? You want to know what's going on? Is that I'm here. I'm stuck in here. Irvans knows because I would tell him, I don't have time to book guests. I don't have time for this. I have to be in the office. I had to be in the office.
You couldn't do what you were good at, dude.
No, it was horrible. Yeah. So I decided to acquire, because I didn't want to bring, I acquired another company with staff that's expert at what we do. And I brought them in and they just started this week. And just them being there, helping me answer the phones has made all the difference in the world. By the time the new year starts, I'm going to have them, I'm never going to go back to the office. I'm going to be out there with you, finding you people, because every client that I help you fix and build will bring me work. It'll bring me print and work, and for them that we can give to them, and everybody's happy. But it's hard to get it into your head.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to go to you and tell me, come on, let me hire you. What is it that you cost? Because no, I'm not going to pay somebody to do something that I should be doing. It's a fear thing, but it's also an ego thing. I can do it. Why does he have to come in and help me? I can do it on my own. But that's where how do you get past that? I want you to tell me so you can help me get past it.
So it starts with yourself, right? It's all about the reflection. So I'm big on my faith. I'm big on meditation. I'm big on visualization. So long as you, when I say start with yourself, you look internally, understand what it is you're really looking for, what you really want, the biggest goal. While you're doing all of these things, if you keep that in mind and keep that focus, it'll help you make those smaller decisions on, yeah, if I understand, I know in 30 years I want to be retired, owning my own island in the middle of the Pacific. That means you got to free yourself up to do other things. And you start from there and you work backwards. You hire somebody to free you up so you can keep building to get to that ultimate goal. So long as you know what your goal is, work back from that and make sure all your decisions ultimately get you to that end goal.
How funny. Did you hear what he said?
Mm-hmm.
30 years. That shit don't work for me. I'm more like 5 or 10. Irvans maybe 10. I'm more like 5. But my 30 years are down to 5 and I want to retire. But I love the fact that he can say that. But I agree 100%. The visualizing it and believing it.
Right.
That's another hard part. But I'm talking about getting a person like you. Why?
How do you convince people?
How do you convince people to hire you?
How do you convince people who don't know that they need you, or more importantly, think they don't need you, but in the end,
right? Deep inside they know, but then they don't want to because they're like me, cheap.
That is the magic question. That's something I'm still trying to answer, right? But I'll give you what I've learned thus far in this journey. It's about showing them the value that you can add from the experiences that you've had. So one of the things that I thought was going to be easy was finding clients, because in my previous life as a consultant, I managed major contracts. One of my biggest clients at my previous employer was Miami-Dade County. I worked on $1 million contracts for the state of Florida, $1 million contracts at the federal level. So I thought doing that and selling that, they'd understand.
Right.
That doesn't translate.
It doesn't translate.
So what I've started to do consciously and unconsciously is pitch more of my personal businesses that I built from scratch. And I'm also in the process of acquiring my own businesses through other people's that other people have built, so I can build those internally, and I'm going to start to use those as more of
case studies and examples.
Exactly.
To, like, this is what I did with this. This is what I can do for you.
So I've started that as of recently. I'm in the process of.
And it also makes you some money in the meantime too.
Just a little bit,
that's not a bad thing, because I think again that's what people look at. It was like, if you in the end, like, if you can't run your own business, or you don't, it's harder to convince people, to show people, like, I can do this for you.
Yeah. So I need and I want, and I make sure that people understand I'm not just a talking head. I'm in the same place that you are, or where you're trying to get to.
That's definitely important.
I'm, as the kids say, I'm in the mud with you. So I'm here side by side, hand by hand. I'm not a business coach. I'm not a person that gives you a list of 5 things to do and come back to me when you've done it.
Yeah.
I'm a working partner. We're in this together. We're going to get through this together. And that's how I make that sale. It's me speaking from a level of understanding, and hands-on experience, and also talking to you as a partner, not just some coach telling you what to do.
Isn't that like a venture capitalist, what they do? Except for they come in with money.
Different scale.
To a different scale and
similar
to a different methodology. I'm not going to speak for all venture capitalists, and I don't want to get canceled before I even get to that level. I'll say this. My approach is more of a hands-on family approach. The people that I work with, I truly believe in and I care about. Yes, I'm going out and trying to find all the clients I can, but I'm only looking to take on business that I align with.
So you invest yourself into their business as part of them.
Absolutely. So
it's important to know.
I'm a working partner. Yeah. So that's what I want to be, and I approach it with an open, warm heart, and I just hope to do good business along the way.
What are your clients? What's like a demographic? Your demographic?
So I specifically focus on small businesses, small businesses that are looking to scale or that have recently scaled and need some help stabilizing. The target range is 500K in revenue to about 5 million. But of course, given the personal touch, if I have a conversation with you and I can see that I can help you just tackle some low hanging fruit and get you to that mark, I'm open with that. I'm open to having a conversation to help people that need to be helped.
I like it.
Yeah. And along those same lines, like where you're saying that you just continue to learn, right? And and you're pushing small businesses to do the same. But one thing that I saw you did recently is like you participated in a leadership program.
Yes.
I was curious, what made you decide to step in and take a leadership program? Because again, it's a function of time and effort. But I can definitely see the value, but I was just curious for you.
So for me doing that, and I did Scale Up 305, just for that shameless plug, and I appreciate the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce for having me and allowing me to do the program. But a lot of it for me was, one, hands-on marketing. I wanted to be in a room with other small businesses.
Yeah.
And two, I don't know what I don't know. Yeah. And who knows, the one nugget from one of the classes that I heard, a sentence or an introduction to someone, that could have changed it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get hands-on marketing experience, just meeting other small businesses in the area. And also just being given the opportunity, I want to see what I can learn. I don't know everything. I know there's more things I can learn to help me get better at this.
Yeah. No, that's great. And because a lot of times as small businesses, nobody has any time. But in the end, like, there is no time. So you just have to make time, right? Absolutely. And so I commend you for investing in yourself and for doing that. And I think that the other aspects of the return on participating in those types of things that us as small businesses don't always think about, of participating and taking time, like, oh, I'm going to take this class and do this leadership thing where I don't have time. I'm running a business. I got 5 hats on and I have a family. Like, I don't have time for this type of thing. But there is networking opportunities. Yes. There is things you can learn, and then that will potentially help you maybe exponentially in terms of return for what you're trying to achieve.
So I'll say this just to piggyback off that point. Yes, it's about investing in yourself, and this is something I'm working on now. Even though you should invest in yourself, don't overextend and overinvest.
Yeah.
Because it defeats the purpose if you're doing a lot of programs and or cohorts that are taking away from you doing your business.
Yeah.
You want to strategically pick the things that move the bottom line.
Yeah.
So
you're touching on this next question I was going to ask, like from your standpoint, from your JP Morgan and understanding financial risk and investments and whatnot. How do you help small businesses understand or balance risk versus opportunity for some of the things you're talking about? Like,
it's understanding where their immediate and long-term goals are. Once I know what your goals are, we can understand and prioritize what investments we need to make as a team, whether that be trimming resources or adding resources depending on what you want to do. So again, it starts with yourself, understanding where you need to go. But I would say this, before you look at spending any money, look at where your money's already going to see if you can just recoup some of that. People don't understand the quickest way to make money is by spending less of it.
One of my dad's philosophies, everybody's rich. It's if you spend less than what you're making, you're rich.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then that's why you get all kinds of people. You can get the richest of the rich that are broke, right? Because they're spending more than what they make. It's easy to spend more. You know, you can give me $25 million a year. I'll spend that easily if.
No, of course. You usually spend to.
Another thing, when my friend gave me that little speech of his about the money, he's like, do the math on what you really need to live. You know, if you had to live on an amount, do the math, and you're going to see that you could live. You know, you're ready. So there's no reason to kill yourself to make so much more. You know, to do what with it? Just to put it away or to save it? You know, so if you got to do the correct math.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I agree with you 100%. Like, even like in the county and other things, like if you look at your budget. It doesn't matter what people say. Look where they're putting their money, and that's how you know what the priorities are.
Absolutely.
And so I would agree with you.
We're out of time, and I didn't even notice.
Go.
Normally, Hanson, he will throw something at me or give me the middle finger, but no, I didn't even pay attention.
See, what do you worry about, Darius?
I was listening to you so much.
That was nice and quick.
I want
How do people find you?
I want you to. We'll sit down one day.
Okay.
Just so you can practice on me. You know, it's good to practice. You know,
Absolutely.
It's like, you know what they say, practice. You know,
practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Perfect practice makes perfect.
But one, I was going to suggest you make sure you sign up on Strive 305 and to promote your business as a resource.
I'm already a resource on Strive 305. Actually.
Excellent. And two, how do people find you? If they
can find me at my website, consultradius.org. You can find me on LinkedIn, Darius Ricks. My cell phone number is 786-316-6499. Text and or call me, preferably text, so I can read who it is. I'm not trying to answer all these robocalls out here. But yeah, and like I said, resource on the Strive 305 hub, LinkedIn, Darius Ricks, number 786-316-6499, website consultradius.org.
Awesome.
As a Strive 305 resource, I know you'll listen to people and advise them, even if you choose not to take them on as a client.
Absolutely. Consultations are free.
Yes.
FRE.
That's what I want. But
free consultation.
You could be a student that's graduating, get a consultation from an experienced person like him to help the kid get started. Those will become your clients of the future.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
Whatever I can do to invest in the youth, I'm going to do it.
100%. I love it. And then I'm going to be your next youth that you're going to invest in.
Absolutely.
Just to listen to me, because
I
can
need way
you
more B12
I'll
shots.
do it after the show. After the show, because I'm going to talk to him forever. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being on the show. Darius, a pleasure. Thanks you for being here, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon. It's almost the holidays. I'm very excited. But Anthony, it's all to you, baby. Get me off.